Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is LaShawn, your favorite HR Confessions lady. Let's talk about today's topic. Let's get into it. Have you ever been ghosted? I've been ghosted a few times, and I can say it is very frustrating and it's draining because I'm putting my all into these interviews. I'm researching you, I'm researching the company, and I'm giving my best in these interviews so that way I could make it to the next round. So at this particular stage, and I have a few stories to talk about, and it's crazy that I'm having to say a few, but these are some that really kind of made me upset. So I reached out to this professional recruiting company, and in this recruiting company, they do specialize in helping placement with human resources. So it could be a permanent position, a temporary position, or a temp to perm position. And in this particular time, I actually reached out to them twice. The first time I reached out to them, the person, I interviewed with the person, I gave them all the details that they was looking for, and I let them know this would be the first time that I have expressed interest in this area. And in that area was a business analysis position. And with my degree, it's in, of course, I got a master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology. So I could also apply that degree into this position. This position was I want to say it was a startup position, not a startup position, but it was I can't even think of the word. Oh my goodness. It was an entry level position. And the guy, he asked me the questions that I needed to answer and all this good stuff. And he asked me to send over my updated resume with some of the things that we touched on. And I did not hear back from him. I reached out to him, no call, no answer, no nothing. And then boom, I reached out to the same company. And mind you, guys, they're supposed to be a professional staffing company for HR professionals to help them get into their role, right? Help them get into roles, different roles, help them in their career field, all that good stuff. Like if you're reaching out to a temp agency, you have recruiters that's supposed to be working alongside you to help you find a position. But I see that that's not really happening. And I'm sorry to have to say that it did not feel good for me to say that, but it's true. Like it's been times after times after times after times that I've had recruiters inbox me with great information and promising details, and it's just like, oh my goodness, this job seems perfect for me, and I don't hear anything back. Also, the recruiters. Okay, back to that story. So I remember the second time I reached out, great interview. I remember the guy just looking very bland or having these blank stares in the process of me talking. But the interview got was over and done with, and he's like, "Okay, perfect. I'm gonna reach out to you with some of the information or some of the jobs that we have that will possibly fit your skill set." I'm like, "Okay, cool, great." I'm waiting to hear, waiting to hear. A week go by. I'm like, "Okay, might not hear nothing back from him this week. The next week was about to go by, so that would have put us at 2 weeks. But end up emailing him, and I'm like, hey, I just wanted to check if there's any open positions available, anything that you've run across that fits my skill set. And his response was, oh, I am so sorry for the delay in communicating with you. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why is there a delay in communication if I'm supposed to be someone pretty much your client? I will be your potential client slash associate. And then you also have your job client. So that's a company that's looking to hire X amount of people, but they want to do it in a temp way, or they're utilizing a temp agency to actually help with those placements. So with that being said, this guy, for him to say that, I was like, wow, are you kidding me? Now I stopped responding. Then he sent me a, what was it? What was it? Oh my goodness, guys, a survey on his service, and I'm like, why would you send me a survey? Another time is when, have you ever been reached out to by a recruiter and they're like rushing you to get things done? I've had that happen and still no job. I've had the luxury of interviewing with companies that I made it to third round and been ghosted. And then a week or two, maybe three later, send a generic email. And the generic email is always something along the line of, we enjoyed interviewing with you, but we've decided to go with someone that best fit the skill set or the qualities that we're looking for in this role, in this particular role. Now, I get it. A company, a job, the people are going to choose who they see fit for the role, but then you also have someone that's very determined, and you're looking over determination, because this person might have been in the work industry, well, might have been out of work for too long, or you didn't quite like how the person might have said too much. Oh, another thing too, what I've gotten is, people don't want to pay you what you're asking for. Um, as a company, your recruiter is asking the potential candidate, "Hey, what are you looking for as far as salary term?" That candidate is now telling you like, "Oh, 75, 80, 85." And that's because they've already built bills around their previous job. So it's just like, okay, this is a comfortable range for me, and if I do go down more, then I'll still be okay. This is the rate that I'm willing to accept, especially with the skills that I have. And they would either say something like, "Oh, okay, do you mind going a little bit lower than that?" Or they would say something as to, and this is what I've gotten, um, they're not gonna pay you that much, sweetie. I don't think they're gonna pay you that much. And I'm like, what? Like, I have a really great experience outside of just having 5 years. My experience speaks for itself. I might have 5 years of experience in this field, but I touched on a lot, a plethora of things in this field. And being degraded in that way in the job market is crazy. Being ghosted because they think that you might end up replacing them in the long run. And it's just like, why? Like, okay, my goal and my objective is to grow within the company. You ask, right? You ask, hey, what are you wanting from a company, or what do you see yourself in 5 years, or something like that, or and you want to tell them that you want to grow with this company. So that means potentially replacing you, or that means potentially um, grown within the company in another direction. Or I definitely would like to pose a question as to why ghosting is happening, especially in today's market. So many people are out here looking for work, and so many people deserve to hear something back, especially if you are a company that loves to communicate. If you're a company that's pushing for someone that's gonna come in and communicate and be innovative and creative, and just pretty much bring that role up to par, and and things like that. So what's going on? Why are people being ghosted? Like, that is a true question. Why is ghosting a thing in today's job market? And you have so many jobs out here, so many people fighting for the same jobs or different jobs, and being ghosted should not be okay. And it's not okay in the job market because it plays with people's feelings. It plays on people mental, and people want to know, like, hey, what's going on? Like, did I get the job? Am I moving on to the next level? It's been times where companies reached out to me. Well, recruiters from that particular company reached out, and I submit my information over as far as my resume, the date and time that I'm able to interview, and no emails, no phone calls, and just being ghosted in that way. Like, how are we supposed to be successful in this job market, and land an opportunity if ghosting is a issue in today's job market? Why is it a thing in today's job market, when it comes to ghosting candidates, especially candidates that have already given their dedication and interviewing with this company? Again, it speaks a lot about the company culture, um, and the direction of the company. And also, it speaks a lot about the organization level of the company when the candidate, as I was saying, it speaks a lot on the organization of the company culture, and it doesn't really give a good look when it comes to the companies that are doing the ghosting. And again, as always, it is your girl, and she is out looking for a job too. You guys stay blessed, and definitely we will get through this together, and we will land that opportunity soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.